Every Friday morning, we check in with KTBB owner, General Manager Paul Gleiser, and you tell me, what's on your mind, sir?
That silence there, I thought I was already supposed to be talking. It scared me.
No, we were going to cut you off.
We're sponsored by K.E. Sellers, Tyler's Old World Style Boutique Winery in the French Quarter on South Broadway across from the mall. Whenever President Obama goes off-prompter, he reveals himself. Such was the case on April 28th at a speech in Illinois at which he was promoting his financial reform package.
I want to be clear. We're not trying to push financial reform because we begrudge success that's fairly earned. I mean, I do think at a certain point you've made enough money.
In the video at ktbb.com/youtellme, you see the president realize what he said and stammer a bit trying to get back on message, read on the prompter. But you have to think that even if he wishes he hadn't said it, he still believes it. If he doesn't, then where did it come from? If he truly believes that there comes a point when you've made enough money, how much money is that? Is it $5.5 million? That's what the president and the first lady showed on their tax return for 2009. The president made $400,000 for being president and another $5.1 million on the royalties from his unreadable books. Is $5.5 million then the magic number? Is $5.6 million then too much? If that's the case, what does he say to all of his rich liberal supporters? Oprah Winfrey just inked a deal worth more than $100 million for a primetime television show. Jennifer Aniston's a big Obama supporter. She reportedly got $25 million for that stinkeroo of a movie, The Bounty Hunter. Is that too much? Should she feel guilty? In this case, particularly this movie, yeah, she should. Steve Jobs is a wealthy liberal. He reportedly made $48 million last year. Surely that's enough. And assuming that we can all agree on just how much money is actually enough, what becomes of the excess? Once you've crossed some predetermined enough is enough threshold, do you stop doing whatever it is that pays you so well? Or do you consign all that you make in excess of that amount to the government in the form of taxes? One suspects, in the case of Obama, the latter. And if that's true, when are Oprah and Jen and Steve going to pay up? What the president and all who think like him don't understand is that there are only two ways to accumulate money. One way is to engage in illegal activities such as drug dealing. If you make money in this manner, you belong in the penitentiary. The other way is to produce something or provide a service upon which your fellow citizens place a great value. When you do that, you make life better for everybody, and absolutely everything depends on you continuing to do so. Say what you want about Jennifer Aniston. According to Forbes magazine, her preceding 3 movies produced $17 in revenue for every dollar that she earned. That extra $16 is feeding a lot of families. Everything that Steve Jobs touches turns to gold. His 34,000 employees and his shareholders have every reason to be grateful. Apple Incorporated is making more than 10,000 iPads per day and still not meeting the demand. For being Apple's CEO, Jobs made $1 last year. But he made $48 million from dividends on the Disney stock he received from selling Pixar animation in 2006. How many earn their livelihoods directly or indirectly from Apple and Pixar? Should we make Jobs hand over the $48 million, or should we let him hang on to it in case he has another good idea? Mr. President, the truth is Americans have been pretty good at deciding for themselves when they've made enough money. Monroe Dunaway Anderson established a foundation that left $19 million in 1939, the equivalent of almost $300 million today, to establish the M.D. Anderson Cancer Center in Houston. Cancer victims would have long ago died or alive today as a result. Do we imagine the federal government doing as much good with the $300 million as M.D. Anderson did? Andrew Carnegie decided for himself that he'd made enough money. As a result, we now have, among other things, Carnegie Hall, the Carnegie Mellon University, and hundreds of Carnegie libraries all over the country, including the library here in Tyler, all as a result of Carnegie donating the wealth born of his productive enterprise. Put this on the prompter and read it, Mr. President. So long as you are meeting the needs of your fellow citizens and offering something of value in return for what you are paid, you can never make too much money. The prospect of enormous reward for value given is the reason America became the greatest nation in history. That's my word. What's yours? Go to ktbb.com/youtellme, and you tell me. I checked in yesterday for an update at KE Cellars and learned that we're down to about 100 bottles of my beloved Keeper Sol Estates 2006 Cabernet. Vintages do sell out, and this one, thanks to you and in no small measure to me, This one's about to be gone. I drink this wine with dinner. I share it with company. I take a bottle if I'm visiting friends. I enjoy it in the evening while I'm watching TV. If you're a red wine drinker and haven't tried the 2006 Kiepersol Estates Cabernet, time grows short. This is not to say that other great wines are not coming from the Kiepersol vineyards. They are. But when a vintage is about to be gone, it's a good idea not to let it go without getting your share of it. That's why I recommend you visit the KE Cellars after work today and ask to try it. You can do that because KE Cellars is a working winery with a tasting room. Try any wine in the collection before you buy it. You simply cannot make a mistake. KE Cellars, Tyler's old world-style boutique winery in the French Quarter on South Broadway across from the mall and online at kesellars.com.
How much do you spend every year on your energy bill? Hundreds? Thousands?